Hey guys, welcome back to Electrical Car Repair Live. Thank you guys for watching and subscribing to the channel. Today will be super helpful video guys to any of you having a Hyundai Santa Fe and you have guys vacuum leak. We will explain almost every possible place where you can develop vacuum leak, what are the common ones that we see and how to fix vacuum leak as well. Stay with us until the end and we will explain guys with a great detail. Especially having the engine out of the vehicle, we can show with a great detail and practically you don't need to remove your engine to do that, but being out we can show even better. So let's explain how to do that now. So this should work on Hyundai Santa Fe generation 2013 all the way to year 2016 guys with a 2.4 GDI engine. Now let me introduce you to the channel quick. Every single car we get at the garage we try to make at least 200 to 300 free repair videos. We take them completely apart, we show you how to fix practically anything guys. Why we do all that? Simply because our mission in the shop is to save you as much money as we can. All we need in return, please subscribe to the channel and like the video. This engine will be completely taken apart, transmission will show you how to fix almost anything on it. Another thing, if you need to buy any parts or tools guys, check out the link in the description of the video below and you can see where we get all the tools and parts from for a really good price and quick shipping as well. That's where we get all our supplies from. So this right here, this is the engine, and before we start, let me tell you guys, if you have a Hyundai with a 2.4 GDI engine or other cars, check our main channel Auto Repair guys. We have helped more than 110 million people guys. We have information that can save you thousands of dollars. So let's start on it now. So this is guys the engine 2.4 GDI out of a 2013 model. This is the intake manifold. Now things that we want to explain. We have the air filter box removed here, but this is the intake boot, that will be attached to the throttle body. Things to look for guys for vacuum leak. You start with number one, make sure it's attached, the hose is tied to the air filter box. You have one hose clamp. Here you have hoses, vacuum hoses, here that attached to the intake boot, and you have two hoses usually. One of them might be plugged up. This is a one directional valve that will not let the pressure come back outside, so you will always have vacuum, and that vacuum line goes to the intake manifold. Now the other one goes to the booster guys, that's the brake booster. So from here, if you look at that line, it will go to here and then it will go to this thing on the intake manifold. And looking at it guys, it will go to the manifold. So where you can develop leaks, here, if you have a cracked hose, broken valve, cracked hose here, this, if it's a cracked hose you can do that. Here, from here you have multiple little vacuum lines on the back side of the intake manifold, and they actually control the intake runner valve, right here. But here guys, usually in order to work on that you have to remove the intake manifold, but you have to also check these lines right here to make sure that they're in good working condition as well. Another thing that can cause a vacuum leak guys, easily, is the gasket between the throttle body and the intake manifold. If it's too flat, it lost its elasticity. What can happen guys, you can develop a vacuum leak, and a really common one is, especially if you had the intake manifold removed, is the intake manifold gaskets, right here. They get so flat that they don't seal anymore, and your engine will start getting extra air from here, and that's known as a vacuum leak guys. So vacuum leak is practically any extra amount of air that the engine is getting that it doesn't know of. So what it uses to measure the amount of air, some Hyundai Santa Fe, depending on the market, will have a mass airflow sensor and MAP sensor, which is located on the intake manifold, to actually calculate how much air it's getting. Or on some engines it just uses guys the MAP sensor only to calculate that, and everything past that MAP sensor, practically if you have a vacuum leak here, underneath, anywhere else, that will mean that the engine is getting more air than it needs, and that will be actually picked by the oxygen sensor that is on the back side on the exhaust manifold right here, because you will end up having more air in the exhaust than actually you need to. So that's vacuum leak guys. Those are the most common ones that we see here at the shop. Another one that you can actually see, the intake manifold, you have another vacuum line right here, and that attaches to the PCV valve. A bad PCV valve can actually cause a vacuum leak as well, because it may be stuck open or stuck closed, stuck open. It can affect the engine. So bad PCV valve, or the hose that goes from the PCV valve to the intake manifold. Now hopefully guys the video will be helpful to any of you And if you're having that problem, thank you for watching and see you guys next time.